Hello divas, dudes, and dolls, I'm Caricature and welcome back to my nice, different, and unusual little review show, Very Slay, where we go over each and every runway look on Drag Race Down Under Season 4. Pardon me not being in drag for this one either, because I've got so much going on this week, and this move is kicking my ass. I am very tired, very sleepy, very much in need of a nap or two. But we have a brand new cast and a brand new season starting the week after Global All-Stars ends. So my relief of one season ending is very quickly being replaced by a whole new one coming into its scheduling slot. Yay! I'm really curious to see how this season is going to go because this is the first time that a RuPaul judged franchise is no longer going to be judged by RuPaul, instead with Michelle Visage taking over the helm as the main judge. I'm excited to see how this one goes, and we'll just have to find out, won't we? But for those who don't know how the show works, when we get into these looks, if I think it got the job done but didn't blow me away, we give it an okay. If I absolutely adore the look, we give it a slay, and if I think it was just a miss, we give it an A. And this is all in efforts to find my weekly slay of the day, my favorite look of every single episode of the show that I do. Whichever look is my slay of the day out of the promo will go head to head up against my slay of the day from episode 1. Whichever look of those two holds out on top will advance another week forward, or whichever look takes the title of slay of the season at the end of the season when we've crowned a new winner will be turned into a full illustration by me, and you can get sneak peeks and all kinds of other behind the scenes bonus content over on my Patreon starting at the $3 tier level. If you want to join as a free member, I will have episode discussions over there, along with every other show that I'm watching once I have time to get caught up with all the reviews, because there's a lot that I've been doing and I haven't had time to sit and write, but it will all be coming very, very soon. Be sure to join over there for all of that. But as always, a free way you can support the channel is by liking, commenting, subscribing, all those lovely little things. I would greatly appreciate it. And you can always send me a tip or a super chat below, please. We are working to get to 1,000 subscribers and also rack up the watch hours that I need in order to start running ads so that I can start really making some money back for all the time I've invested over the last year into all of this content. Okay, let's get into these looks. Starting us off this season, we have Brenda Breast and this little country Dolly Parton look. It's cute. I don't really think it matches the theme because the theme is all kind of dollhousey, unless we're going more like Cowboy Barbie vibes. I think it's good though. Like, the fringe work is nice. I think the hat's cute. She feels like she's gonna be very, very campy. I like the little star bolo tie. I actually really like the detailing on the shoes. I think the shoes are the best part of the whole look. But for me, it's just gonna be an okay. Then up next, we have Freya Armani. And to me, this look reads as kind of a Bratz era fashion thing. I actually really like the pants. It's very Y2K, so I do think it kind of comes back around to working again. I love the hair, I love the earrings, I love the shoes. There's a lot of really good parts to this, but I think there's just some little things that could be tweaked to make it even better, mostly with the jacket. I just think there's some fit issues with that, with the scale of it, but it's not horrible. I'm gonna give it a soft slay. Then up next we have Carna Ford, who, you know, as a pun name haver myself, I appreciate a pun name queen. With this being a Dollhouse promo, I also really appreciate that this is very Cynthia from Rugrats, like the hair, the colors used for the top of the dress. The skirt I think is cute. I like the paint splotches and the color bits, but I don't know if I like the stonework on it. I think just the fabric choice with it all, with like the latex vinyl parts on the top, I don't know if that really meshes the best, but I think there's a really good idea going there. I just wish that the silhouette had been taken a little bit further and that maybe the bottom of the dress had also been in the same color as some part of the top, just so that way it all kind of went together in a really nice way. For me, I'm gonna give this an okay. Up next, we have Lazy Susan. I'm gonna give her mad props for the accessorizing in this. The oversized ring, the oversized necklace, the big purse, the fact that the purse and the shoe material is the same, and then it's also the same material as the hair and the dress itself. The whole thing, like, I don't know. Those of you who are like my age, you remember like Polly Pockets when they remade them and they had all the rubber clothes? And we all had that one friend that like chewed on them all the time. I feel like if this was a Polly Pocket, people would be chewing on all of these. Her shoes, the purse, her hair, the dress, all of it. If that makes sense. I hope one of you weirdos out there who did that is watching this now and gets what I mean. Because I feel like I'm crazy saying this. But for me, I'm gonna give this a slay. I think this is one of the best looks so far. Up next, we have Lucina Innocence. Again, another pun name, here for it. I love the ruffle treatment along the top of this corset and for the skirt. I think it's a great silhouette choice. I think the placement of it is wonderful. And it really creates a beautiful effect just along the neckline. And I love the little bows included throughout it. I actually really like the sheer red tight up to the thigh with this look. And the little bows in the hair. Her mug is stamped. I think, again, another solid look. And it's simple, but the ruffle treatment, I think, is what really takes it to the next level. So it's gonna be a slay for me. Up next, we have Mandy Moobs, who I think does kind of fit more of a vintage aesthetic for this dollhouse theme. I really like it. I love all of the ruffle through this. It's very kind of 60s, 70s vintage, and I'm here for that. I actually really love the hair color and the really pastel pale tones that are throughout the bang and throughout the hair in general. I think the whole look comes together in a really, really stunning way. She is one of the few queens this season who I'm familiar with. I've heard a lot of really good things about her just as a person. So I'm really excited to see her get the opportunity to shine on the show, and I hope she does well. For me, this is gonna be a slay. Up next, we have Max Drag Queen, and before I say anything else about this look, let me just say, I am slightly biased because the person who made this look is friend of the channel, Egg St. Laurent, who is actually one of the people who put me in drag for the first time 5 years ago. And this was at a Sasha Velour show. Maybe I'll talk about it more down the road. You know, if we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll do like a little Charavan Q&A or something. But I was so excited getting to see that someone who had like a really big effect in my life and set me on the path towards drag and queer content creation and the stuff I'm doing now is getting a platform like Drag Race to showcase their work. Now let's talk about the dress. I actually really love this. I love the patchwork quality of it. I love all of the checkerboard mixed in there. I love how it's used almost as piping through the top of it. Really, really well done. And I can't imagine how much of a pain in the ass it was to pattern this out and assemble it all and pin it together. I think the cutouts are placed in the right area. I think it's really flattering. It's really graphic too, which I think is a huge plus in a promo. If you're the really graphic standout visual look, it's gonna take you a little bit further than some looks that are just kind of like ho-hum. So I'm gonna give this look a slay. I think it's styled well. I think the makeup is great. And I do believe she's the drag daughter of last season's winner, Isis Avis Loren. So hopefully she lives up to her mother's caliber. Up next, we have Nikita Iman. I love this look so much. She looks like a deconstructed loofah in the best way. The color on her, gorgeous. The hair, amazing. The makeup, stunning. I am obsessed with this look. I love the way the ruffle is like broken up and carried all around the body. Gorgeous, seriously diva-ing. I'm obsessed. This is hands down a slay. Up next, we have Olivia Dreams, and I think this is really cute for the dollhouse theme. I love the hair. I actually really love the color palette. The purple with the blue floral print is a really gorgeous combo. I like the tights with this. I think it fits this kind of vintage vibe of the whole aesthetic of the look. I will say, I wish there was a little bit more silhouette or some like fabric treatment or something. It's such a boxy dress that she just has no shape, but I think because she's skinny, she can get away with that. So I hope we get to see some cool looks from her. There's something a little dark about this beyond her having black hair and the color palette. There's just something a little, I don't know, kind of edgy that I can see in this look, just ever so slightly, that I'm curious to see what she's gonna do on the runway. But I'm gonna give this look an okay. And then finally, we have Vibe. And if anybody here knows me, you will know I think you can't go wrong with a classic drag gown. Love the ruffle treatment along the neckline here and at the top of the sleeves. I love the fabric choice in terms of the color. The textile itself in terms of like the texture, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I think it looks gorgeous on her. I love this hair. It's so cute. And the color goes great with this particular look. Her makeup's incredibly stunning. I love her energy. I love the ruffle along the slit in the dress and along the hem. I think it really helps kind of complete the look because it brings all this extra detail on the top down to the bottom, but the ruffle texture is much more severe up here than it is down there. I think it's really successful. I'm gonna give her a slay. And now it's time to pick my slay of the day, my favorite look out of all of these promos. And I have to say, it goes without saying, I think it's pretty clear, once again. I'm not good at making it a surprise on this show, let's be honest. It's hands down Nikita Amon taking this first slay of the day. I absolutely adored this, and I'm really excited to see what she's gonna bring to the runway. I didn't realize she's a ballroom girl and walks face, so like that's very fun. Can't wait to see the stunning mugs we're gonna get from her this season, and hopefully some stunning looks too. I'm ready to see a new crop of queens walk into this workroom in just a few weeks. Drag Race Down Under starts airing on November 1st, which you can find, I believe, on Stan in Australia, and then on Wow Presents Plus basically everywhere else. So, we will see you hopefully for more of these reviews. If not, I understand because Drag Race Down Under is kind of consistently a mess. So hopefully this season will be better. I don't know, we'll have to see. But we will see you in the next one. Be sure y'all to go out there, stay kind, stay clear, and make sure that your day is very slay.